quickly, I want to show you right here what's going on. So they've moved this SWAT van in rear to rear with that red van. Unclear what they're doing, but we're seeing members get out. Now, we still don't know if there's a person inside there. We don't know if they're attempting to try to get that person out. But, of course, this was the focal point, right, that started all of this. They're still cheering, let her go, let her go, let her go. They've now moved this SWAT vehicle behind that red car that all of this has been focal pointed around. We're hearing some noise from above. It looks like there's some drones up right now. Right here, looks like more smoke has been shot at the group down there. We are seeing people dispersing now, heading towards the direction of the hotel. Relatively larger amount this time, not a small amount. This is, Gabe, do you think this is larger than what was used last time? Gabe was in the epicenter of it. It's Gabe saying it's a bit larger, as it looks like there's a concerted effort right now to get this crowd dispersed. We're going to see this cloud of smoke make its way up the hill here. This is going to affect us here in a moment. We'll stay with it as the smoke comes over us because we want to bring you the live picture as this unfolds right here. We're hearing some sort of noise. I'm sure if that's more smoke. But again, you're seeing law enforcement sort of isolate in that group of people there on the bridge, and you're seeing more and more smoke coming over the hill here. It's going to make its way to us in a moment. We are watching some people disperse. No arrests at this moment. We saw a lot of people run into the tunnel and over by the Red Lion. But we are, again, seeing this smoke right here. It is coming to us right now. We'll stay on the live picture. Centered around the bridge, they've been able to get people away from that red van. And if Gabe can zoom in, you can definitely see the tires have been slashed on the van right there. This was sort of the focal point of the start of this. Of course, Ben Stuckert, former city council president, was arrested right there sitting in front of that van after making that call to action to get people here to stop what he was saying was the potential deportation of someone that he had been taken guardian of. We're saying that this has now become an unlawful protest, and they are taking people into custody who are not complying with their directive. This woman in the white shirt was the one that we just watched get arrested. She was walking down the sidewalk here. No word as to what her charges are, but this just unfolded right in front of us as the SWAT vehicle was parked up against the back end of that red vehicle that City Council President Ben Stuckert, the former City Council President, parked himself in front of and ultimately was taken away in handcuffs over. Yeah, so watching that tow truck just pull in, there was some sort of disturbance to the left of me, and a sheriff is now pulled in the larger SWAT vehicle here. I don't know what was going on over there. It was a car and a horn as they were also working to move that tow truck in. Inside the tow truck, we could see police with the driver. They had helmets on, and now we are watching the towing go underway of that red truck. We did just get some video in, and if producer Bailey in the back is able to play it, that'd be great. If not, totally understand. We're making it work right now of a commotion around that red van and then some people being driven away. But the way it sits right now, there is now no one in that red van as they're working to actually tow it. They brought in that tow truck, and you're seeing right now here in real time the epicenter of what this protest started around start to come to a close. It's pretty intense, pretty heavy. Gabe behind the camera's feeling it too, but we wanted to bring you into the scene where this was so you could really get the effect of it. There's some chalk writing on the sidewalk, and then the smaller group of protesters still here right now holding their line as police are holding their line. There are two elements of this right now, again, as all pepper spray is continuing to pop up. It's really hard to talk through, you guys. This was the sort of central area as to where that all was sprayed at, but we wanted to bring you down here and show you this area because we think this is an important part of this protest that is still active right now. Sean, back into you.
Stop local KHQ's Bradley Warren joining us live there along just north of the pavilion. Bradley.
Yeah, hey, Sean Morgan, I want to take you into the area in which it sort of started. Right over here is that ICE facility. What we just actually witnessed was a tow truck come up and tow away that bus where protests started. That's where former City Council President Ben Stuckert made the call to action. You now see that white truck was gone. Then things progressed down right here under this sign. There was a red van there. That's where Ben Stuckert then repositioned himself. He sat in front of that truck. That has since been towed as well. Now, at a certain point in the evening, as we've already discussed, there was smoke and those pepper bombs used in this area of the crowd. We saw that group get pushed back down onto the bridge, and there's still a little bit of a crowd, a small group of people, much smaller than what we saw originally today. And there are still some cheers coming from that area, but it's centered right here and then drifted down onto the bridge. Again, things much quieter than they were, somewhat 4, 5, 6 hours ago when we started this coverage. But the way it sits right now, police have got a relatively good handle on the situation here, getting that crowd dispersed. After those smoke and pepper bombs were used in the area right here, we saw the crowd sort of disperse into the park right over here and to the side of us over by the hotel. It was a relatively, you're hearing us cough, something's been flustered up in the air here. Of course, there was a lot that was used here in this area, and we're still kind of feeling the after effects of that. But the crowd, again, over there seems to be cordoned off and contained right now. I'll send it back into you, Sean and Morgan, but that's the way it sits right here from the scene. Much different than it was when we first started talking to you at about 5 o'clock.
Thank you, Bradley. And the mayor said in her news conference she wanted to implement that curfew early enough so people got the awareness.